Rangers hosted Braga looking to kickstart a doomed looking, well, let's be honest, a doomed Europa League campaign, with Rangers route to the bottom of the league table with 0 points, although it's now 1 point from 5 games. One thing for sure is Rangers would need to perform a whole lot better than they did on Saturday at Ibrox. Chermiti returns to play with Danilo and Gassam, but Barron is back in alongside Raskin and Diomande, and Aaron's in for Magoma, and Giga and Fernandes continue in defence. Rangers trying to start positively here. Rangers pressing Braga well in the early goings. Horta gets the early opportunity, and Butlin makes an excellent save, especially the fact he was unsighted as the ball went through the defender's legs. Again, though, so easy to get opportunities against this defence, and we're going to talk about that towards the end of the game, and also the fact that Rangers are just bereft of quality in the final third. Brilliant again by Butland, out quickly to deny Horta after a sublime pass by Zalazar, who may have been offside or timed his run perfectly, but what we will never really know. Rangers have been industrious, worked hard at creating anything. Good play by Gassam, got into the box, fired the ball across goal, but Jamiti couldn't get there. Fernandes had to save the day for Rangers with a defensive header over the bar. Lagerbielka should have made it 1-0 from the corner, but couldn't get over the ball. That was really poor from Danilo. Good play by Rangers. Tavernier zipped the ball into Diomande, who spins his man, found Danilo, and it was a poor effort on goal. Better from Rangers, a brilliant ball across the pitch by Barron to Gassam, who fires the ball across goal, saved by the keeper. Chermiti then had an effort blocked. Danilo then knocked the ball down, but Chermiti couldn't get there. Rangers were also denied a penalty when Gassam was pushed in the box, and this was definitely a much better period from Rangers in that 5 minute period, between sort of 35 to 40 minutes. A golden opportunity for Chermiti in the box, but it goes away. Then a wayward effort from Danilo, who should have left it for Barron, who was running onto it. Rangers definitely were ending half the better side. Rangers were then awarded a penalty from a handball from a corner. Navarro had his arm outstretched, and Tavernier converted into the bottom right-hand corner to give Rangers what at the time was a deserved lead and a reward for the performance towards the end of the half. And apart from those two chances in that first half, Braga didn't really create a whole lot. Definitely a lot better from Gassam tonight. In the second half, Danilo drove forward, found Gassam, who tried to find Chermiti, but he couldn't get on the end of it. Danilo then tried to follow up. Braga were there for the taking tonight, and Rangers should have capitalised. Somehow it's not 2-0. Danilo picked up a loose ball that almost goes in, and then Gassam goes close with the rebound, and it's tipped away by the goalkeeper. And Rangers were ramping up the pressure. And then, just when you were thinking things were looking good for Rangers, they were then looking even better. Zalazar is going to be sent off for moving his head towards Raskin. I have to say, Raskin's reaction was embarrassing, but you can't move your head towards an opponent like that. Stupid by Zalazar, and he was sent off after VAR review, and it was a correct decision. 30 minutes to go, Aarons atones for his own error after a bizarre back pass put Rangers in trouble. Barron helped out also to help Aarons get back. Fernandes almost gave away a corner. Butlin saved the day. And then Rangers conceded a soft goal, and it's 1-1. Martinez scores. It's basically an assist by Giga as he got his header all wrong. What did Wolves see in him spend 10 million? Rangers absolutely gifting Braga that equaliser. 20 minutes remain at Ibrox. Asgard coming on for Danilo. Giga can't get Rangers back in front to atone for his error after Fernandes kept the ball alive from the corner. Now shown on the replay that it should have been a corner to Braga when Butlin didn't keep the ball in play, but it was given as a throw, and the ball was well over the line. How the assistant's not seen that, I'll never know. Now, I'm not making excuses for the defending, because that was just absolutely atrocious from Giga. But at the end of the day, regardless of that, the linesman's got to see that ball, or sorry, the assistant referee, because you can't call him linesman anymore, has got to see that's well out of play. Barron, who had an excellent night, comes off for Miovski, another player who has to do more since he came in during the summer. Horta should have made it 2-1. He was completely free in the box. Braga then weren't awarded a penalty. The ball did hit Miovski's shoulder in the box after VAR review. It didn't hit his arm, it was his shoulder. Just under 10 minutes remaining. Brilliant bit of play by Diomande. When he looked to take the chance, he slipped. It does look like Rangers will only get a point from this game. Disappointing because they completely shot themselves in the foot. Atman to come on for Chimiti, another who has it all to prove. Magoma on for Aarons, who had one of his better nights, I thought, for Rangers. Giga with another error, and El Razami is afforded the opportunity as Braga looked more likely. Butland fumbled the corner and then palms away the rebound. Diomande is sent off towards the end, a second booking. Don't agree with that one. It sums up Rangers since equaliser and this European campaign as a whole, which is absolutely finished now, if it wasn't already. And I would just fully focus on the league and the Scottish Cup at this point, and put out players that obviously need to try and kind of prove something in this kind of the last kind of three games, because Rangers are out of Europe. They're not gonna progress even into the playoff round at this point, so it's a done deal. And I know people are not going to like me saying that, because at Rangers the minimum expectation is to win every game, but if we could somehow win the league after the start we had, then it'd end up being not a bad season in the end, but still a lot of work to do with that. And I just think this season Europe's a kind of done deal. Just move on from it.